Hey everyone, welcome to the 60 Days of Diamond, where we're gonna rock this thing. We're gonna do huge things with our business. I wanted to do this video quick about how to get your tracker organized and kind of some things I've been doing to keep myself on track. I started doing the 60 Days to Diamond on Monday, and so I've kind of got a week under my belt and kind of getting a good system going. So I wanted to pull up the tracker and just kind of walk through a few things with you. So I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. So first of all, if you want to go through this, get your tracker out. Hopefully you've already printed it. You have 9 of these sheets that are weekly trackers of just the daily things you should be doing. So obviously your workout, drinking your Shakeology, 30 minutes of personal development, 2 new conversations in Instagram. Hopefully you know how to do that. On Instagram, you can message people. So be connecting with people there and message to people. 2 new Facebook conversations. So maybe that is with 2 people that are already friends of yours, or maybe you're adding some new friends. 30 minutes of liking and commenting on Instagram hashtags. I am using Instagress for this. I'm paying $10 a month, and Instagress does all my liking for me. Of course, I'm going back through and seeing who's following me and commenting on a few things here and there. 1 new Instagram prospect and 2 new Facebook friends. Also posting on social media 2 to 3 times a day. So hopefully, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. With 2 new Facebook friends, I have a like page, and as people are liking things on there, that's kind of how I'm getting my friends. Prospects for IG are just people who start following me. I might check them out, and I write their name down and possibly message them. So what I've been doing on the back of that sheet is actually writing their names down and sending them a message. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. Just to keep myself on track that I had 2 per day, as this sheet is asking for that. And then I'm adding them to Asana down the road to follow back up with them then. So you have those. Then you have, this is like all 9 weeks of tracking of how you're going to kind of do your posting. And I'm going to go into this in a few minutes on how I'm setting this up to make sure I have all my posts. So you're going to do 3 posts about coaching during the week. You're going to do 3 separate posts about your story. You're going to listen to the National Wake Up call. You're going to listen to at least attend 1 team call. If that's Wellness Warriors and Lighten Up, we do our calls together, or one of Sarah's calls. You're going to do a one-on-one with one of your personally sponsored coaches. Now, if you don't have 1 or 2 coaches yet, you know, those are things that'll come, but be sure you're talking to 2 of your coaches every single week. What was I going to say about this posting? So like with the posting, you're going to always have like a call to action. So you might be telling your story, and then at the end, you're going to say, contact me for more information, you know, of how I made my change, or message me about more information about coaching, those types of things. So always have a call to action on there. Okay, so next you have this little sheet here. So for 1 month, you're going to do these things. You're going to have a paid challenge group. You're going to run a free one. You're going to run or co-host a sneak peek week, a business opportunity, or a backstage pass event. You're going to recruit 4 coaches, and that's what those little faces here are. And you're going to enroll 3 challenge groups. So that's what those are. So you can check those off. You can even write names by them, which is what I'm going to do. You're going to help 1 of your personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club 5. And you're going to help 1 of your coaches get to Emerald 2. So, and this is where you can track your Success Club points. So every time you get a point, you're going to put a 1 in the box. So that's kind of a cool way to track that. Month 2, same thing. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to make sure I get these in too here in a minute. So it'd be good, even if you teamed up with someone, a success partner, to run these groups. So Shawana and I do a business opportunity webinar every single Tuesday, So that to me counts. But I'm also going to do a sneak peek week in both months, which I'm working out right now with a few other coaches who want to run one. So then in week 2, you've got to invite 30 new people to your challenge group. You can either check this box or put names in there. I'm going to put names in there because that really holds me accountable. I'm not just checking a box. There's going to be a name in there. Follow up with 30, all 30 at the end of the week. So it should be the same 30 as here. You've invited 30. Now you're going to follow up with them. So you invited them at the beginning of the week. You're going to follow up at the end of the week. And then here's your challenged group start date. That holds you accountable to that. Week 2, you're going to invite 60 people that said not right now in the past. So if you've been forming and talked to people in the past, go back through your messages or however you keep your contacts. I keep mine in Asana, and write down 60 names in here and message all of those people. So get your draft ready, get your script ready that you're going to say, something that is what you would say, not necessarily another coach. Sit down and write those out. Now this is where I want you to, if you have yours printed, to move these. I want you to take week 6 out because it's kind of not in the right place. So if you just want to pull those out, but you're going to do the same thing in week 6 as you did in week 2. You're going to invite 30 new people and you're going to follow up with 30 new people. But pull these 2 week 6s out of your guide, and we're going to put them in the right order. So just pull them out and set them aside. Then you've got, this is just kind of another way to keep track of your week 2, not right now. So here's the people that you invited, and here's the ones that have committed. So you're just going to write them down in there. That's for your free, it looks like this is for your free group, not your challenge group. And then you're going to do the same thing in week 6. So pull those out and put those with the other week 6 ones that you pulled out. Here's week 3. You're going to talk to 14 new people about coaching and check in with 14 people you talked about coaching in the past. So here's your new ones and here's your old ones. So you're going to have to go back and look at people you've talked to in the past. If you're keeping track of your contacts, this should not be too hard. So then you're going to invite all 28 to an upcoming coaching event. So if that's your webinar or your coach sneak peek week, you can come up with some kind of script and send that on to them. And then week 4, looks like you're going to do the same exact thing. So this is where you're going to put your week 6 things back into your manual. So put those back in so that way they're more in order. And then in week 7, you're going to do the same thing you did in week 4. And then in week 8, looks like the same thing. And then here's what you're kind of doing in week 5. You can't take this one out and move it because it's attached to week 9. You're going to keep track of your follow-ups and do some things here. Check boxes for those. This thing's pretty cool. You've got a diamond roadmap. You've got one for every week, and you're going to update that as people grow. So if you're already diamond, you can put yourself in there and become diamond all over again. That's what you want to do. So I'm putting Brock's name in there, and I'm trying to get him to diamond. So his information is filled in there for at least for week 1. I might do that differently each week. So that's pretty cool. I think that might be it on this, because you've got 9 weeks of this. Okay, so that's it for that. Now I'm going to kind of show you how I'm keeping my other things organized. So if I go over to my Asana, if it lets me share, let's stop for a second. So, and I just want to show you my completed ones. I've even put some notes on the back from the videos that are in the 60-day training. So today's video for me was my mission statement. And so I wrote down how to do that on the back of here to keep me. So if you need notes, this is where I would put them so that way everything's all together. And then also I had showed you my customers that I've been talking to. I put those on the back of that. And more notes on the cover. I put my notes, my daily affirmations. I think that was yesterday's call, and those are really good. So I'm going to share my screen again and show you how I'm keeping this a little more organized. with Asana. So here's my Asana, and I use Asana for posting and scheduling my groups. So when I can look at this calendar in advance, I kind of know what I'm doing. And so I know I need to do 3 direct posts about coaching. So what I did was I filled in my week. I'm doing a direct posting. Here, I got to get my Sunday on here too, because Sundays and Saturdays don't always show up. So tonight I'm doing my coach post number 1 for week 2. Tomorrow or Tuesday, my coach post number 2, and my 3rd one is going to be on Thursday. And then I've got my stories in here too. So then what I can do during my work time, and so I'm not struggling to know what to post about, is I can go in here and create my posts ahead of time, which I'm going to either do tonight or tomorrow for the week. So I've already started to type something out. I have a picture that I'm going to use for this, and you can type all your hashtags in here. So that way you can copy and paste them right into Instagram when it's time to do your post. And then you can also say, I'm going to do free clean eating group starts. So say I'm going to do my clean eating group on Monday the 7th, then I'm going to want to post about it somewhere over here. Probably like Wednesday, I'm going to do a clean eating group post. I would also like to start a sneak peek week on this day, if it's not too overwhelming. But when we're doing it with other coaches, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to want to post about that somewhere in here too. Probably at this coach post number 3 would be a great place for me to have a call to action. So I'm going to write that in, sneak peek week post. That is also a coaching post. So see how they kind of go together? So story post could be like a transformation and then inviting them to a challenge group. So if you can see how you're going to work that in, I would like to start a challenge group probably here. And maybe I'm going to promote 22 hardcore, because that's the one that's kind of big this month and on sale. So I'm going to want to post in there. I'm going to add some posts in here because I know I've got this coming up. So if I can plug in a couple posts somewhere, that would be good. Coaching posts or any kind of business posts are really good to do on Sunday night. So I'm probably going to do this pattern every single week for the whole 60 days. So hopefully that makes sense. What else? And if you haven't seen that, I mean, I keep all my customers in here. So I just will add any people that I get in here to my calendar. So I always know who I'm supposed to be talking to. So Monday, I've got 19 people to talk to. Actually, I have someone in here for today. Oh, I don't want to mark her off. So I never mark people off. I just move them to another date and follow up with them. So that's kind of how I do that. So I have my scripts in here too. These are all just things you guys can come up with to use to help you get through the 60 days of diamond, just an organization. That's just how I'm going to do it. I just want to show it to you. That way it could maybe help you feel more organized. I feel like if I don't have my posts ready, I miss those. And so I'm not as intentional about them if I don't plan them out in advance. So that's why I wanted to show you that. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm really, really excited to get started with this. It's going to be so great to see where everybody goes and what happens at the end of this thing. So let us know if you have questions. I'm excited for tomorrow. So we'll talk to you soon.